Talking about the day the internet died. Get your tickets online at MiletusWinery.com, St. Paul, Nebraska.
Get ready, softball fans. It's time for high school softball on Extreme Sports. Today's game should be a great matchup as two talented teams take the field, each looking to make a statement. We'll bring you every pitch, every hit, and every play right here. Grab your glove and settle in. It's time for softball action on Extreme Sports.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Smith Complex. We're in Hastings. This is the B6 High School Softball District Tournament here today as Hastings High, the number one seed, getting ready to take on the York Dukes here in the semifinals. Gering will play Waverly in the other ball game going on here in just a few minutes. Had some opening round games just completed here in Hastings at Smith. York knocking off Highway 6 in the first ball game by a score of 6-0, and Gering winners over Ponca by the score of 16-8. But Hastings High coming in the number one seed here in the B6 tournament. The Tigers sitting at 20-8 on the season. York will enter this game with a mark of 19 wins and 12 losses. Hastings beat York during the regular season way back in September. Hastings beating York by a score of 13-4. I had a chance to talk with Hastings head coach Blake Marquardt. Spent a couple of minutes with Hastings head coach Blake Marquardt. And coach, the postseason begins for your softball team. A pretty successful regular season. Had to be happy.
Yeah, we do feel like we've had a pretty good year. We've made a good run at it, and we've been able to balance several different girls, several different lineups throughout the season. So maybe a little bit different than the past where we've kind of had just 9 or 10. This year I feel like we've kind of got 11, 12 girls that we've really rotated through, and it's been rewarding to see the girls have success 1 through 12.
On the field, what'd you like about this softball team?
Oh, that they stay together. Offensively, we swing it just as well as we have the last couple of years. We're probably not going to strike as many home runs as we have in the past, but we're producing runs a little bit differently this year, and I love seeing that. And then I think our circle's been really good. And then after that, our defense come along late here. Early in the season is what we needed to figure out where we're going to be, and I think the last 2 weeks we've really put together a good squad.
So close a year ago. I'm sure there's several girls in this team anxious to maybe get back to the state tournament.
Yeah, obviously your goal is every year to get there, but I don't, to understand how to get to just the state tournament, but let alone the championship game is a tough task. So again, for us, it's just one game at a time, and we'll see if we can just win our first district game here today.
What about the field here in the district?
Yeah, tough field. Obviously it's nice to be one seed and you draw your home field, and so that does feels really good. Feels like we're going in with some confidence here. But again, we play the winner of York and Highway 6 here, and so York's up right now, and I anticipate maybe playing them, which is we did play them earlier this year, and they're a good team. They can pitch well and they hit really well. So we got to make sure we're bringing our best game today.
Possibility of playing 3, maybe 4 games here in the district tournament. What's it going to take to advance out of this thing?
Timely hits, good pitching. Obviously getting to Game 4 is going to be a daunting for any team if they get to that. When you play best of 3 after a bracket play on Thursday, yeah, the district setup it's going to be tough. You said we got a single elimination bracket, then a 3-game series on Friday, which doesn't leave you much rest to get prepared or time up for the next team. So it's really just coming together and playing your best ball at the right time.
You always got, because with pitching, maybe not so much softball wise, but baseball wise, we see it all the time. What about trying to set up your pitching plans for the weekend?
Yeah, you're trying to rest and match it up as best as you possibly can, because you don't want to ride, 1 or 2 girls where the point where they're not their best, in the big games. So it's definitely a factor in your decision making going forward.
What's it going to take to win today? If we play York, what's it going to take to win?
Well, I'd really like to see us come out really strong the first couple of innings and try to string some hits together. And when I feel like we've got to really produce runs early, you'll see a lot more small ball early on in the game, even though that's just a manufacture 1 or 2, so you can feel like you're getting up and getting a lead, and then from there maybe open up the bats a little bit. But I think we got to execute early on, and so we can get up and get a lead.
With the wind blowing in today, not a lot of home runs expected today.
No, I mean the wind's blowing straight in from left. So again, a team that we're not traditionally hitting a ton of home runs, but we don't get me wrong. We hit a fair share of them as well. But again, I think we're going to have to timely hits and play some small ball just to make sure we're manufacturing runs early in the game.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
That's Blake Barncourt, the head coach for Hastings High. Again, the Tigers getting set to go against York here today in the semifinals of the B6 district tournament here at the Smith Complex. Winner of this game will move on and play tomorrow in the finals against the game going on behind us between Gering and Waverly. Tomorrow will be a best-of-3 affair, and it gets underway at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But first things first, the Tigers with a tough one here today against the Dukes of York. We'll have more after this. You're listening to high school softball today on Extreme Sports.
Bill Hamburger Remodeling has been doing work in the Hastings area for over 25 years. They provide remodeling and building services for both residential and commercial clients. Their services include new homes, additions, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, window installations, doors, siding, roofs, concrete work, drywall, painting, fences, and garages. Trust the professionals at Bill Hamburger Remodeling at 622 East 2nd Street in Hastings. Give them a call at 402-469-8551.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they are free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance. Give Matthew a call at 308-389-9124 or stop in at 204 North Walnut Street in Grand Island.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Not just an RV center, but a legacy. That's what Dykeman's Campers was to Hastings and the surrounding communities for the last 75 years. Built on honesty, quality, and attentive sales and service. While Dykeman's Campers have set the bar high, we at Timmy's RVs are looking forward to carrying on the torch of excellent customer service and rapport. Timmy's RVs is now open, just behind the old Dykeman's location on Highway 6. Stop in to see Herb for all of your RV service needs. And don't forget to get your RV or camper in for winterization. Timmy's also has year-round covered storage available. Give them a call at 402-879-8893. That's Timmy's RV Sales and Service of Hastings.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammers deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
And welcome back here to the Smith Complex. Hastings High getting set to take on York here today in the B6 district tournament. Get you the starting lineups here for Hastings High. The Tigers will go with Piper Whitty. She'll lead off. She'll be in the center field today for Hastings High. .394 is her batting average. Hayden Laux is shortstop, batting second. Her average is at .271. Brooke Oshner will be in the circle today for the Tigers. .386 is her batting average. 4-4 her record. 7.74 ERA. Ella Tinsman will be the designated player. Her batting average is at .423, which is tops on the team. Stella Thompson will be the catcher. She'll bat fifth. Her average at .371. Emily Kratzer, the third baseman, batting sixth. Her average is at .277. Deanna Ostrander will be her left fielder. She'll bat seventh. Her average at .125. Avery Schroeder will be her first baseman. She'll bat eighth. Her average at .227. Zara Osgood will be your second baseman. She'll bat ninth. Her average at .326. The flex player playing in right field today will be Gracie Craig for Hastings High. Again, the Tigers, 20 wins, 8 losses on the season as they get ready to go here against the York Dukes in this one. York already with a victory today as they took care of Highway 6 in the first ball game today, winning by the score of 6-0. The other semifinal game getting started here in just a few minutes. It'll be Gering taking on Waverly. Waverly, the number 2 seed. Gering, the number 3 seed. Gering winners over Ponca earlier today by a score of 16-8. So we've got York up to the plate here in the top half of the first inning. This will be scheduled for 7 here today between Hastings High and the York Dukes. Myra Garrett is at the plate here for the Dukes of York. She bats from the right-hand side. She hits that ball out to center field. That's going to be a base hit. So right off the bat, York gets a base hit. And York has a base runner. Michaela Schneider is going to come to the plate next. She'll be out in the left field today for York. Another right-handed hitter coming up here for the Dukes. Brooke Noshner is in the circle for Hastings here in this ball game. The pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Snyder, 175 batting average, 10 base hits, 57 trips to the plate, 12 RBIs on the season. She's got a double, a couple of home runs for her credit this year. For extra base hits, next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Weather-wise, 72 today. Just a few high clouds out there. We're going to have winds blowing out of the south at about 14 miles per hour. So blowing in the field here, field number 1 out here at the Smith Complex. High fly ball out toward the right field is going to be grabbed there by Gracie Craig. So Snyder is going to fly out to right field. Ayana Miller is coming up there next. She will be the third baseman for the Dukes. Batting average for her, .402 on the season. 37 base hits, 92 trips to the plate. She scored 27 runs. Leads the team in RBIs with 30. Pokes that one right out in front of the plate. Grabbed there by Oshner. Goes to first base. That's going to retire Miller. But the base runner moves along to a second base here for York. So Miller is retired on the play from pitcher to first. And now Andy Winterrod is coming up there next. She'll be the first baseman today for York. Batting average .341 on the season for Winterrod. She has got 28 base hits and 82 trips to the plate. There's a ground ball left side. The shortstop picks it up there. That's Laux, and she goes to first base to record the out. So after York gets their leadoff player on here, they go down in order after that. Second, third, and fourth hitters in the order are retired on the play. And York is out of the first inning. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and one player left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning with a score, York nothing. Hastings is coming to bat. You're listening to the B6 High School Softball District on Extreme Sports.
Farm ground is more than dirt. It's history, it's family, it's legacy. At Reuter Auction and Realty, we've been rooted in agriculture for nearly 60 years, helping landowners across Nebraska and Kansas market and sell their farmland with integrity. Our team combines proven sales methods with powerful marketing to bring you the right buyers and the best results. Licensed in Nebraska and Kansas, we know farming because we live it. When it's time to sell your farmland, trust Reuter Auction and Realty. Visit ReuterAuction.com, where farmland meets its future.
Welcome to Mid-America Truck Sales, where customer satisfaction is our top priority. With over 40 years of combined experience, Joe and Brandon have been proudly serving Hastings and the surrounding communities. Whether you're looking for a top-quality pre-owned truck, trailer, or piece of equipment, we've got you covered. At Mid-America Truck Sales, we believe the buying process should be stress-free, simple, and yes, even fun. Our goal? to earn your trust and have you recommend us to your family and friends. Unmatched quality, unbeatable deals. Stop by today. We're located at 3300 UTEC Avenue, just behind Menards and Hastings. Or visit us online at midamericatrucksales.com.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic. Got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
All right, back here at the Smith Complex, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Hastings and York going at it here today. Piper Whitty going to lead things off for Hastings here in the bottom half of the first inning. Whitty with a batting average of .394 on the season. 28 out of 71 from the plate so far this year. Whitty leads the team in runs scored with 28. Bouncing ball right side. That's going to sneak through there for a base hit in the right field. Piper Whitty gets a base hit to lead off the Hastings half of the first inning. So she gets aboard, and now Hayden Laux is going to come up there next. Laux leads the team in at-bats this year with 85. 23 out of 85 from the plate, 271 is her batting average on the season. She's got 11 RBIs on the year with a couple of doubles to her credit. Laux has walked 10 times, and she has struck out 8 times. Just underway here at the Smith Complex in Hastings, the B6 district tournament for softball. Laux swears around the bunt. Runner stays put at first base, and Laux is going to take a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hayden Laux. Laux waiting on the pitch here. Here it comes. It's going to be down low for a ball. 2-1 to count now. Kinley Westwood is the pitcher here for York in this ball game. Next pitch is going to be hit in the air with the wind blowing in. That's not going to travel too far into center fielder. Has to go off of her glove. That's Garrett. Laux is going to be safe with an error out there on the center fielder. Whitty moves over to second base on the play with the wind blowing in. It's going to take a stroke to get things out of here today. And Garrett may have misplayed the ball out there in the center field as she was coming over to left center to try to grab it there. Goes off of her glove, so Hayden Laux is going to get aboard on the air. Coming up there next for Hastings is going to be Brooke Oshner. Oshner with a .386 batting average on the season. Oshner leads the team in base hits and RBIs in doubles and triples as she steps in there with runners on at first and second base, lays down a bunt down to third baseline, fielded there. Throw over to first base is down in time. Oshner with the good wheels beats out the throw from third base to first. Everybody's going to be safe, and the Tigers have loaded up the bases here in the first inning. That was Miller at first base. She came on, charged in the infield here, got it over to first base. That was not in time. And now Oshner is going to be run for over there at first base. Skylar Clark is going to run at first base, but the Tigers have loaded the bases here in the first inning. Ella Tinsman now coming to the plate next for Hastings High. Tinsman, the best batting average on the team at .423. Tinsman with 30 base hits, 88 trips to the plate. 28 RBIs, 6 doubles, a triple, and a team leading 6 home runs on the season. So Tinsman will come to the plate here. Bases loaded for Hastings High. Bottom half of the first inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here today. The winner plays tomorrow for the district championship at a best-of-3 affair beginning at 10 tomorrow morning. As Tinsman hits it off with a handle of the bat, and that's going to go out to the shortstop, and it's going to be grabbed there by Avery Albers. So on one pitch, Ella Tinsman is going to pop one to the shortstop. So now there's one out. Bases are still loaded. Stella Thompson coming up there next for the Tigers. Thompson's got a .371 batting average on the season. First pitch to her, a check swing foul on the first base side. Tigers as a team, batting average at .323. Stella Thompson, the catcher up there for the Tigers. 26 base hits. He's got 17 RBIs, 4 doubles, and 3 home runs. She lays down a bunt down the first base side, and that is going to be in foul territory. Everybody goes back. Skylar Clark running over there at first base for the pitcher, Brooke Oshner. Hayden Laux is on at second base. Piper Woody is on at third. No score between Hastings and York. We're in bottom half of the first inning here today. Next pitch to Thompson is going to be fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. You're listening to high school softball coverage here today on Extreme Sports from the Smith Complex in Hastings. Winner plays again tomorrow beginning at 10 in a best-of-3 final against either Waverly or Gering. Those 2 teams playing right behind us. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Thompson. That one just misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Stella Thompson, she has struck out 10 times so far this year. She has walked 8 times. Kinley Westwood, the pitcher in the circle here, and there's a line shot right to the shortstop. They go over to third base. Oh, they double up. Piper Woody at third base. The Tigers with the bases loaded, nobody out in the first inning, and they put up a goose egg here as Tinsman pops one to the shortstop, and Thompson hits into a double play as she lines to the shortstop, who gets it over to the third baseman Miller to catch Piper Woody off guard over there at third base, and the inning is over here for Hastings High. So a golden opportunity goes by the wayside for Hastings High. No runs, a couple of base hits, 1 error, 3 runners left on base. We go to the second inning with the score: Hastings nothing and York nothing. You're listening to high school softball on Extreme Sports.
Since the 1970s, Midwest Farm Management has been guiding farm families with trusted advice and proven results. We know your land is more than an investment. It's your legacy for the next generation. That's why our experienced team helps landowners make smart decisions, protect family farms, and maximize returns. For over 50 years, families across the Midwest have relied on us to manage their farmland with care and integrity. Midwest Farm Management, experience you can count on for the family you love. Learn more at MidwestFarmManagement.com.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at HamiltonIsBusiness.com.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at the Smith Complex as we head to the top of the second inning. Hastings nothing and York nothing. The Tigers, they strand base runners. Actually, they strand 2 after the double play there at third base. So Hastings loaded up the bases, and then they got nothing out of it as Tinsman pops one to the second base, or actually the shortstop. And the shortstop makes a nice play in the ball and doubles up off of the at-bat from Stella Thompson. So York is up here now in the second inning. This is Avery Albers coming to the plate. She is going to be the shortstop here in this one. She'll bat from the right-hand side, and a swing and a miss there. Brooke Oshner again getting the start for Hastings High here in this ball game here today. Albers with a Albers has a batting average of .306. York as a team has a batting average of .313. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Avery Albers strikes out, strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Brooke Oshner. Berkeley Gray is coming to the plate next. Gray is the catcher. Batting average at .333 on the season for Berkeley Gray. There's the pitch there. It's going to be in there for a strike in the outside corner. Gray 24 out of 72 from the plate. 8 runs scored. 21 RBIs so far this year. 5 doubles. A couple of triples and a home run. York as a team has hit 11 home runs so far this season. Gonna take a poke to get out of here today, though. The wind's blowing in. South winds at about 14 miles per hour. There's an inside pitch there and a swing and a miss. Berkeley Gray now has a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes here at the plate. Gray has struck out 27 times so far this year. She has walked 10 times. Next pitch by Oshner is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brooke Oshner, next pitch on the way. An inside fastball there, and a swing and a miss. Gray goes down, strikeout number 2 in the ball game now for Brooke Oshner. Kinley Westwood is coming up there next. Westwood, the pitcher. She will come to the plate here with 2 outs. He's got a batting average of .229 on the season. 16 base hits and 70 trips to the plate for Kinley Westwood. Pitch by Oshner is going to be outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Westwood with 16 base hits this year, 15 RBIs. 2 doubles and a couple of home runs this year for the Dukes. As well as going to be popped back into the seats. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike here at the plate now on Westwood. Westwood has walked 10 times so far this year. She has struck out 12 times. No score between Hastings and York here today. B6 semifinals from the Smith Complex. Oshner fires another one to the plate. That one's going to be fouled back to the screen. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings High sitting at 20-8 on the season. York coming in now with a mark of 19-12. They won earlier today in their ball game over Highway 6. Oshner's next pitch is going to be hit to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Craig picks it up on the hop. Westwood gets a base hit here for York. That's their second hit of the ball game. Madison Hills coming up there next. She's the DP. Madison Hills with a team leading .438 batting average on the season. Now we have a courtesy run over there at first base. Madison Hills has got 7 base hits and 16 trips to the plate. 14 runs scored this year for the Dukes. 2 RBIs, 1 double. Right-handed hitter here for the Dukes down here in the number 8 spot. No score. York and Hastings High, second inning. There's a swing and a foul tap back into the glove with the catcher Stella Thompson. 0-1 here to Madison Hill. Madison has walked 4 times so far this year. She has struck out 3 times. There's a high pitch there and a swing and a miss. Madison Hills is behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Base runner down there at first for York. Oshner pitch to the plate is going to be outside for a ball. 1-2. Stella Thompson behind the plate for Hastings here today. Kratzer, third base. Laux at shortstop. Osgood at second base. Schroeder over there at first base. Next pitch by Oshner is going to be up high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Out of the outfield for Hastings High, Ostrander out in left field, Woody out in center, Craig out in right field. Hastings High loaded the bases in the first inning but did not score. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and Hills goes down on strikes. So 3 strikeouts there in the second inning for Ochsner. Westwood gets the single, so York goes no runs. On a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. Go to the bottom of the second inning with a score: Hastings nothing and York nothing. You're listening to high school softball from the district tournament on Extreme Sports.
If you are looking for good food at a reasonable price, you have to check out District 14 Bar and Pizza in Hastings. Choose a delicious, piping hot pizza with homemade thin or thick crust. Get one of their traditional pizzas like hamburger, pepperoni, or sausage, or try one of their specialty pizzas like combination, chicken bacon ranch, or barbecue shrimp. District 14 Bar and Pizza also serves your favorite burgers and sandwiches. Dine-in and carry-out are available, plus you can catch all the games on one of their big screen TVs. That's District 14 Bar and Pizza, 1105 Theater Drive in Hastings.
Sustainable Seed Solutions, your local Bex dealer, wishes all area teams a great fall season. At Bex, we are dedicated to supplying farmers with the right products for the right field, regardless of the trait or source company. With our own line of elite germplasm and unique relationships with genetic suppliers worldwide, we provide farmers with the best seed, period. The choices at Bex give our customers a competitive advantage by providing the genetic diversity and trait protection they need, all from one company. Call Ryan, Doug, or Adam at 402-751-0089 or find us at sustainableseedsolutions.com.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
All right, back here at the Smith Complex, we head to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Hastings High and York here. In the B6 District semifinals, Emily Kratzer will lead things off for the Tigers here in the second. Hastings High again loaded the bases in the first inning and did not score. Ella Chinsman hitting one to the shortstop, and then the Tigers hit into a double play. Erased any threat for the Tigers to score, and that's an initial inning. Kratzer is up there for the Tigers here in the second. Number 6 in the batting order, 277 is their batting average on the season. 18 base hits and 65 trips to the plate this year for Kratzer. Westwood, the pitcher for York. There's a pitch up high for a ball. 1-2. Kratzer's got 17 RBIs, 3 doubles, couple of triples, and 3 home runs so far this season. Kratzer has walked 16 times and she has struck out 24 times. She fouls away the next pitch back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The other semifinal game will get started here in just a little bit. They're running a little bit behind us because the duration of the first game. Gehring getting ready to take on Waverly in the game behind us. There's a swing and a miss, and Kratzer goes down. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Kinley Westwood. Gianna Ostrander coming to the plate next for Hastings High. Ostrander is the left fielder. Batting down here in the number 7 spot. Left-handed hitter here for the Tigers. 125 batting average on the season. First pitch to her is going to be outside for a ball. Ostrander with 2 base hits. 16 trips to the plate here. 4 runs scored. 1 RBI and 1 double. Ostrander again playing out in left field today for the Tigers. He pops this one up. It's going to get out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be a busy day tomorrow at the Smith Complex. Hastings St. Cecilia will play in their district final against Shadron, beginning at noon tomorrow. That'll be a best-of-3 affair. Next pitch is going to be fouled away again, this time third base side. If Hastings High wins this game, they'll play in the district final tomorrow morning at 10 in a best-of-3 affair against either Gering or Waverly. We'll have all the action on Extreme Sports tomorrow, one way or the other. We'll get you all the games. Hastings St. Cecilia will be over on Extreme Sports 2. Hastings High, if they can win this ball game, will be on Extreme Sports 1 tomorrow. So possibility of 6 softball games tomorrow from the Smith Complex, all right here on Extreme Sports. Next pitch is going to be fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In addition to softball tomorrow, we've got Hastings College volleyball tomorrow night beginning at 7:30. Hastings and Dordt. We've also got high school football tomorrow night with Sandy Creek taking on Exeter Milligan Friend. All those games will be on our Extreme Sports Broadcast Network. Ostrander takes a swing and a miss, and she strikes out. So after hanging in there, fouling away a plethora of pitches here, Ostrander goes down with a strikeout. So Westwood has struck out 2 here in the second. Avery Schroeder coming to the plate next for Hastings High. Schroeder with a .227 batting average on the season. She's got 10 base hits and 44 trips to the plate, 7 RBIs, couple of doubles, couple of home runs. Tigers hit 22 home runs so far this year. Probably not going to be the case today with the wind blowing in here at Duncan, or rather at Smith. There's the ball hit down the left field line. That's going to roll to the wall. On the way to second base is going to be Avery Schroeder, and she is there with a stand-up double. So Schroeder hits that one out to a left field. It rolls to the wall out there. Schroeder pulls up at second base for Hastings High. So she gets her third double of the 2025 campaign. Zara Osgood coming to the plate next. She is the second baseman. Osgood with a .326 batting average on the season. 14 base hits, 43 trips to the plate. First pitch to her is going to be outside the strike zone. 1-0 is the count. Osgood with 5 RBIs. She's got a double for extra base hits so far this year. Osgood has walked 4 times. She has struck out 7 times. Fouls away the next pitch back to the screen. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Kinley Westwood again is the pitcher here for the York Dukes, a right-handed thrower. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be popped up over here on foul territory, third base side. Nobody can get to it. Falls to the dirt. 1-2. Westwood is the main pitcher for York. She has thrown 158 and 2/3 innings this year, giving up 216 hits and 137 runs. 84 of those earned, 20 base on balls, and 177 strikeouts. As the ball is going to be popped up, it's going to get out of play. She's thrown a ton of innings. In fact, they've got one pitcher, Snyder, that's thrown 2 1/3. They got one other pitcher that's thrown 1 inning. Everything else has been on Westwood. 158 and 2/3 innings pitched. There's a pitch that's going to be inside for a ball. They thought maybe Osgood went around in the check swing with the appeal out to the base umpire. He says no. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. In the second inning of play, we roll the deuces here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. And that one is off the same spot. Inside, 3-2. The infield for York was heading toward the dugout on the last 2 pitches. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hastings High with the runner at second base. Next pitch is going to be fouled back to the screen. Osgood hanging tough in there. She's the number 9 hitter in the batting order here for the Tigers. Hastings is the number 1 seed here in this district tournament. York is the number 4 seed. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's on the way. Hit toward third. And it's going to be bobbled down there by Miller. Off of her glove over in the foul territory, and everybody's going to be safe. Osgood is going to get aboard here. Error chalked up there on Miller, the third baseman, and the Tigers threatening for the second inning in a row. Piper Whitty is going to come up there next for Hastings High. Whitty, the leadoff hitter. She had a single her first time up there. Hastings High with the runners on at first and third base. There goes the runner from first. Osgood is going to steal second base, and now the Tigers have got runners on at second and third here in the second inning. Whitty at the plate, .394 as their batting average for Hastings High. A chance to give the Tigers a lead here. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Whitty. Whitty's got 16 RBIs so far this year. .394 is her batting average. 4 doubles and a triple for her extra base hits. Next pitch is going to be up around the eyeballs on Whitty. Outside the strike zone. And now they count 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 is the count. Hastings with base runners on at second and third base here in the second inning of play with no score. Kinley Westwood's next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and on 4 straight pitches, Piper Whitty heads down to the bag at first. That is the first walk of the ball game, given up by Kinley Westwood. Now, for the second straight inning, Hastings has got the bases loaded here in the second. Hayden Laux is going to come to the plate next. He is the shortstop. Laux reached on an error back there in inning number 1. Batting average on the season, .271. Pitch there is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Hayden Laux leads the team in at-bats with 85. She's got 23 hits on the season. 11 RBIs with a couple of doubles. No balls and 1 strike to Laux. There's a ball hit over the head of the shortstop in the left field. 1 run is going to score. Here comes the second one to the plate. The throw in is cut off. Hayden Laux gets a 2-run single here in the first inning, or second inning. Hastings High putting a couple of runs here on the single over the head of the shortstop into left field. Tigers now have runners on at first and second base. Laux with a 2-run single here in the second inning. And now Brooks Osner is coming to the plate next. So Laux delivers, gets her 12th and 13th RBIs of the season. Hastings High has now got the lead over York. The score is 2-0. Hastings with the lead. Here comes Osner. She's going to hit that ball out toward the left field. It's going to curve over in the foul territory. And it drops in the bullpen down there on the third base side. 2-0. Hastings has got to lead. The Tigers beat this team earlier this season during the regular season, 13-4. Leading here 2-0 in the second. There's the ball. It's going to be hit to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to roll to the wall. Another run comes in to score. And they're going to, Santa's going to be in foul territory. Oh, yeah, by the fence out there. It's going to be a ground rule double. So only 1 run comes in to score. The second was going to come to the plate, but she had to hold up at the third base. So Osner is going to get a double. Brings home Piper Whitty around to score. Hayden Laux is going to stop at third base on the ground rule double. So that one got by the fence out there in the left field. So the Tigers have grabbed a 3-0 lead now here in this ball game. Now the conference going on in the circle. So Osner has got the RBI. Hayden Laux has got 2 RBIs here in the second. 3-0. Hastings has got the lead. Oshner is now at second base. Hayden Laux is on at third base. Ella Tinsman will come to the plate next for the Tigers. Tinsman popped one to the shortstop back there in inning number 1. So the conference continues in the circle here. Westwood will stay in the circle. She's thrown most of the innings so far. That was just a conversation of how they want to pitch to Ella Tinsman, who has got the best batting average in the team at .423. Tigers leading here by the score of 3-0. Westwood against Tinsman now. The pitch here to Ella is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Laux is on at third base. Brooke Oshner is on at second base for the Tigers. Hastings looking for more. There's 2 outs here in the second. Next pitch to Tinsman is going to be up high for a ball. 2-0 is the countdown to Tinsman. Tinsman leads the team in home runs with 6. He's got a triple and 6 doubles so far this year. Next pitch to her is inside, and it's going to be popped up here in the infield. Mishandled there at the second base, and everybody's going to be safe, and 2 runs come in to score. So a ball hit, not very sharply, to the second baseman, Mackenzie Shepard. Tried to come in to grab the ball, but it's off with the dirt. It got loose. Tinsman is safe, and 2 more runs come in to score for Hastings High. And now Stella Thompson is going to come to the plate next. The Tigers played 2 more runs, and Hastings is taking control of this ball game here in the second. 5-0 is the score. There's a ball hit out toward right field, and it's going to be grabbed there, and that's the third out. Stella Thompson is going to fly out to right field to end the second inning of play, but Hastings High comes up with 5 runs here in the second inning. And the Tigers have the lead as we go to inning number 3. Hastings 5, York 0. You're listening to high school softball today on Extreme Sports.
Sustainable Seed Solutions, your local Bex dealer, wishes all area teams a great fall season. At Bex, we are dedicated to supplying farmers with the right products for the right field, regardless of the trait or source company. With our own line of elite germplasm and unique relationships with genetic suppliers worldwide, we provide farmers with the best seed, period. The choices at Bex give our customers a competitive advantage by providing the genetic diversity and trait protection they need, all from one company. Call Ryan, Doug, or Adam at 402-751-0089 or find us at sustainableseedsolutions.com.
Fill up on courtesy and convenience with Fill and Chill, your one-stop shop to fuel your tank, your body, and your passion for the game. With 14 locations across central Nebraska and 6 in Hastings, they've got you covered, whether you're on your way to the game or headed home with a win. Check them out on Facebook or at fillandchill.com.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. We're trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
All right, back here at the Smith Complex, Hastings High has grabbed the lead now, 5-0 over York as we go to inning number 3. Adeline Kadavi is coming up to the plate here for York. She is the right fielder. So high school softball action here today on Extreme Sports. If you'd like to watch what we're viewing here, just go to our social media sites, click on the camera view, and you can watch the action here on the Roku app. You can watch it on your TV at home. So enjoy the action here on a beautiful day here at the Smith Complex. Kadavi is at the plate here for York, the number 9 hitter in the batting order for the Dukes. Brooke Osner is your pitcher here for Hastings High. The count here is at 2 balls and 1 strike. Waverly has jumped out on top of Gehrig in the other semifinal game. Score is 2-0. They're in the second inning of play. Winners will play tomorrow in the B6 district final. It gets underway at 10 tomorrow morning, and it will be a best-of-3 affair. And we'll have the action for you tomorrow if Hastings High is there, right here on Extreme Sports. Hastings St. Cecilia also playing in the district final tomorrow against Chadron. That best-of-3 series gets underway at noon. We'll have the Hawkettes tomorrow on Extreme Sports 2. A lot of softball action coming up for you on a Friday. There's a bouncing ball left side. It's going to sneak through there for a base hit. Ostrander picks it up out in left field, so Gaddafi is going to get a board here for the Dukes. That's the first base hit here in the third inning. That's the third base hit of the ball game for the Dukes. Now Myra Garrett will come to the plate next. Garrett led off the ball game with a single. Garrett with a batting average of .400 on the season. She's been to the plate 100 times so far this year. 40 out of 100 from the plate, 32 runs scored. 17 RBIs, 5 doubles, triple, and a home run. In the leadoff spot in the batting order here for the Dukes. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Myra Garrett. York in their blue pants, their white tops here this afternoon. Hastings in their white bottoms and their black tops with the orange trim. Next pitch by Oshner is going to be down low for a ball, 2 balls, and 1 strike. Stella Thompson behind the plate doing the catching chores for the Tigers here in this one. Next pitch is swung on, foul tap back into the glove of Thompson. And the count is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 is the count here. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brooke Osner's next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Garrett is going to walk here. First walk of the ball game given up by Oshner. Runners are now on at first and second base. Coming up there next for the Dukes, Michaela Snyder. Snyder flew out to right field her last time up there. Snyder with a batting average of 175 on the season. Well, conference in the circle there for the Hastings infield. Snyder has got 10 base hits, 57 trips to the plate, 12 runs scored, 12 RBIs, a double, and a couple of home runs. York trying to get back into the ball game here in the third after Hastings scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning. York has got runners on at first and second base and nobody out here. Michaela Snyder squares around the bunt, leaves it out in front of the plate, foul ball. So Thompson grabs it in front of the plate, but the official's right there. Home plate umpire out there immediately. Foul ball. Snyder comes back and grabs the club. Base runners out at first and second base here in the third inning. .72 degrees at game time. Winds blowing out of the south at 14 today. There's a attempted bunt to be laid down. It's going to be a strike here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michaela Snyder, a right-handed hitter here for the Dukes. Oshner fires one of the plate. It's going to be way outside for a ball. Snyder has walked 14 times so far this year. She has struck out 16 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Brooke Oshner again fires one to the plate. That's going to be fouled back to the fence. The backstop, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. High school softball here today on Extreme Sports. We're at the Smith Complex at Hastings. B6 semifinals today. Winner plays in the finals tomorrow morning at 10. Oshner checking her wristband, and here comes the next pitch to the plate. That is going to miss outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Waverly continues to lead Gehring 2-0. They're in the second inning of play, just behind us. That's the other semifinal game here in B6. There's a high fly ball out toward right field. Craig over toward the fence, and it's going to get out of play. Actually, there's another game going on today. Nebraska City is playing Alliance here at the Smith Complex. That in B7. They decided to play that game halfway in Nebraska City, and Alliance are playing over on another field there. There's a called third strike on Snyder, and she goes down. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game now for Brooke Oshner. And now there's 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Ayana Miller coming to the plate next. She is a third baseman. It went back to the pitcher back there in inning number 1. So Miller's 0 for 1 here in this ball game. Now there's 1 out in the inning. Miller with a batting average of .402 in the season. 37 base hits, 92 trips to the plate, 27 runs scored. Leads the team, though, in RBIs. He's got 30 RBIs this year. 6 doubles and a home run for Miller. York has got base runners out at first and second base. We're in the 3rd inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here today between Hastings and York. There's a swing and a miss there. 2-1 is the count. And Hastings beat York during the regular season way back in September, beat them by the score of 13-4. This one's going to be fouled away. Back over the fence. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1. 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Miller, the number 3 batter in the batting order here for the Dukes. Brooke Oshner, the thrower today for Hastings High. Here's the next pitch. Is going to be fouled off of the bat handle of Miller. Goes back to the screen. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oshner again checking the wristband for her pitch. She's got it. Here comes the pitch to the plate. That ball is going to be hit out toward right field. Craig comes in and makes the catch. And the runner is going to stay put at first and second base. So Miller flies out to right field. Gracie Craig does a good job getting the ball back to the infield, and the runners will stay put at first and second base. So now there's 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Andy Winterrod coming to the plate next. She is the first baseman. She grounded out to shortstop her first time up there. She fouls away the next pitch here. Winterrod with a .341 batting average on the season. Been up there 82 times, 28 hits, 23 RBIs, 6 doubles, and a home run for Andy Winterrod. 2 outs here in the 3rd inning with 2 on. Next pitch by Brooks Oshner is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Avery Albers would be next. She's standing in the on-deck circle down here. York in the first base dugout here this afternoon. There's the next pitch by Oshner. It's going to be outside for a ball. 2-1. In addition to all the softball tomorrow, you're on Extreme Sports. Football tomorrow night. Sandy Creek and Exeter Milligan Friend. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:45 pregame show here on Extreme Sports. We'll also have volleyball tomorrow night on Extreme Sports 2, Hastings College and Dordt. 7:15 pregame, 7:30 for the first serve. That will be on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow night on our Extreme Sports Broadcasting Network. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball, and Winterrod is going to get a walk. Second walk of the inning given up now by Brooke Oshner. And now York has got the bases loaded here in the third and 2 outs. And coming up there is going to be Avery Albers. Albers is the shortstop. She struck out to begin the second inning of play. Albers has got a batting average of .306 on the season. 26 base hits and 85 trips to the plate, 17 runs scored. 24 RBIs for Albers. 7 doubles and a couple of home runs. Trying to get York back into the ball game. Hastings High scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the second. This is the top of the third. York has loaded up the bases. There's a big swing and a miss there by Avery Albers, and she falls behind. No balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded up here for York. There's a ball that's going to be hit out toward the right field, and that's going to curve over into foul territory and out of play. So a big pitch coming up here for Brooke Oshner. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases are juiced here for the Dukes. Inning number 3. Albers a right-handed hitter. Here comes the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and Albers goes down. Hastings gets out of the inning with no damage done here. Strikeout number 5 in the ball game for Oshner, and the inning is over here for York. They score no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and a couple of runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning with a score. Hastings 5 and York nothing. You're listening to high school softball on Extreme Sports.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
If you are looking for screen printing or embroidery work, turn to the experts at Protein Design of Grand Island. They have over 19 years of experience and are locally owned. The staff at Protein Design can create that shirt for your special event with custom screen printing services. Or get some custom embroidery on your clothing, hats, bags, or other accessories. At Protein Design of Grand Island, you can get the uniforms for your high school or college sports teams too. Get a quote by simply going to the website at proteindesign.com or by calling 308-203-4044. There's in-store pickup and delivery available. Protein Design, 2716 Old Fair Road in Grand Island.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
All right, as we come back, the bottom of the third inning, Emily Kratzer hits one down the line in left field, a base hit. Kratzer is going to advance to a second base, so a leadoff double here for the Tigers. Emily Kratzer doubles to a left field, and Hastings has another base runner here in the third inning. Yana Ostrander coming to the plate next. Ostrander struck out her first time up there. She shows bunt here, pulls it back, takes a pitch outside. 5-0 is the score. Hastings High has got the lead over York here this afternoon. B6 semifinals from the Smith Complex. Ostrander, a left-handed hitter here for Hastings High. York playing with the infield in a couple of steps. As the pitch comes in, there's going to be a strike on Ostrander. Ostrander, a 125 batting average on the season. He's got 2 base hits and 16 trips to the plate with an RBI and a double. Here comes the next pitch. He lays down a bunt. Nice one grabbed there by the pitcher. She goes over to first base. Westwood gets it over to the first baseman over there in Winterrod to record the out. But a sacrifice works as Kratzer moves from second to third on the play. Now the Tigers have got a base runner in scoring position at third base and only one out. Blake Marquardt, the coach for the Tigers, down there in the third base coaching box. Avery Schroeder coming to the plate now for Hastings High. She had a double her last time up there. There's a ball hit to left field. It is deep, going back, and grabbing the ball out there is going to be Snyder, and the runner is going to tag at third base. She'll come home. Sack fly. Probably would have been out of here on the most days, but not today with the wind blowing in. South winds at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Kratzer comes in to score for Hastings High as a Schroeder is going to fly out to left field, and now Zara Osgood is going to come up there next. Tigers now leading in the ball game by a score of 6-0. So Osgood at the plate here. She reached on an error back there in inning number 2. Scored one of the 5 runs for the Tigers. Hastings now leading here in this one by a score of 6-0. We are in the third inning of play. She hits that one down the line at third base, and it's going to be in foul territory. Just got a little piece of that one and sent it down about 20 feet or so down the third base line. Bounces and goes over into foul territory. Osgood comes back and grabs the club. Count to her is at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 run in here for Hastings High. There's 2 outs in the inning. Next one is going to be fouled back to the screen. 1-2. Osgood, the number 9 hitter in the batting order. Hastings High looking for their 21st win of the season here this afternoon. There's a pitch that can be hit on the ground towards short. Fielded there. Albers gets it over to first base. That's going to be in time, and the inning is going to be over for the Tigers. But Hastings High, they score 1 run. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to inning number 4 here this afternoon. The Tigers have the lead. Hastings High 6 and York nothing. You're listening to high school softball on Extreme Sports. Since 1946, Coley Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of greater Nebraska and Kansas. Coley Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Coley Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember, Coley Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic reeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will back here at the Smith Complex. 6-0 is the score. Hastings High out on top of York here in the B6 semifinals here this afternoon. Brooke Oshner comes back out. She'll throw for the Tigers here in inning number 4. This is Berkeley Gray at the plate here for York. Gray is the catcher. She struck out back there in inning number 2. And the pitch there is going to be in there for a strike. Waverly 2 and Gehring 2. That's the other semifinal game going on just behind us. They're in the 3rd inning of play. Winners will play tomorrow for the B6 District Championship and the right to move to the state tournament next week. District final will be a best-of-3 affair that gets underway at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning here at Smith. The count here to Berkeley Gray is sitting at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oshner's next pitch outside for a ball. St. Cecilia will play here tomorrow as well as the Hawkettes. After they won their sub-district title on Tuesday, they've got a district championship game with Chadron coming up tomorrow. That'll be here at the Smith Complex beginning at noon. So we'll have the Tigers on Extreme Sports 1 tomorrow. We'll have the Hawkettes on Extreme Sports 2, all the action. Possibility of 6 games tomorrow on Extreme Sports. There's a swing and a miss, and Gray goes down a strikeout. Strikeout number 6 in the ball game now for Brooke Oshner. Kinley Westwood is going to come to the plate next. Westwood has single back there in inning number 2. Gonna take a strike here. 0-1 to Westwood. Batting average on the season, .229 for her. 16 base hits and 70 trips to the plate. Next pitch popped up here in the infield. Going to be grabbed there by the first baseman, Avery Schroeder. Easy out there as Westwood is going to be retired in the play. Pop fly to the first baseman. Madison Hill is going to come to the plate next. Two outs here in the 4th inning of play. Oshner fires under the plate. That's going to be outside for a ball. So Madison Hill's at the plate here for York. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. 4th inning of play. Nobody on here for the Dukes. In this 6-0 ball game, Hastings High has got the lead. Next pitch by Oshner is going to be outside for a ball. Just joining us, the Tigers left the bases loaded in the 1st inning but did not score. But they come back with 5 runs in the 2nd inning and 1 in the 3rd. That's the way we stand right now. It's 6-0 ball game as we play here in the 4th inning. The count here to Madison Hills is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch by Brooke Oshner. A called 3rd strike on the inside corner, and Madison Hills goes down. Strikeout number 7 in the ball game now for Brooke Oshner. And York goes down in order here in inning number 4. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning with a score. Hastings High 6, York nothing. You're listening to high school softball on Extreme Sports.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Baumgartner of Baumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Baumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. We're trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
All right, back here at the Smith Complex as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hastings High with the lead over York. The score is 6-0. Hastings High will bat here. Piper Woody coming up here with the Tigers. Hits that ball out toward left field, and it's going to curve over into foul territory. Woody so far in this ball game with a single in the 1st, and she walked in the 2nd, scored a run. Woody started the day with a batting average of .394 for the Tigers. This one's scheduled for 7 here today between Hastings and York. There's a ball hit out towards center field. And unable to make the catch is going to be Garrett. It's going to roll to the wall. Piper Whitty is going to round the back at second. She's on the way to third. She slides in there safely with a triple to left center field. Center fielder Myra Garrett trying to make a play on the ball out there. Couldn't get to it, and it rolls to the wall. There's a Piper Whitty with her good wheels, makes it all the way around to a third base on the play. The Tigers put somebody in scoring position here early in the fourth inning with Whitty getting a leadoff triple. Hayden Laux is going to come up there next for the Tigers. Laux had the two-run single back there in the second inning of play, and she reached on an error in inning number 1. 1 for 2 so far today, 271 is her batting average on the season. Laux bunts. Here comes the runner in from third base. They try to make the tag. They can't do it. A run comes in to score, and everybody's going to be safe. Laux is going to drive one home with a suicide squeeze. There's Whitty. Comes in from third base to score for Hastings High. The pitcher, Westwood, fields the ball in the infield here toward the third base line and tries to reach out to tag out Whitty coming to the plate, but couldn't get to it. She scores. And it's now a 7-0 ball game as the Tigers tack on one here early in the fourth. Nobody out. Oshner to the plate now for Hastings High. The pitcher, she is singled. She is doubled. She's got 1 RBI. And she has scored a run so far in this ball game. 386 is their batting average. It's that one out to left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Garrett picks it up around the back at second. Going to third is going to be Laux. And Hastings High has got runners on at first and third base. Oshner gets a single to left center field. Laux moves from first to third in the play. Tigers have runners on at the corners now. And that's going to bring up Ella Tinsman next. Hastings High will have a courtesy runner now for Oshner down there at first base. So Ella Tinsman comes to the plate, and the two-run single her last time up there. Popped one to the shortstop back there. Inning number 1. 1 for 2 today. She scores around the bunt. They're going to try to sneak another one home. They do. Tinsman is going to be thrown out on the play over at first base. So Tinsman is going to be thrown out at first, but a run comes in to score as Laux comes in from third to score. Moving down to second base on the play. The courtesy runner for Brooke Oshner. So Tinsman is going to drive one home for the Tigers, and Hastings High has now got an 8-0 lead over York. 1 man out here in the fourth inning. Stella Thompson coming to the plate next. Thompson 0 for 2 in this ball game. Hit into a double play in the first inning. Flew out to right field in inning number 2. First pitch to her is going to be a strike. Thompson behind, no balls and 1 strike. Next one up high, and we're even up at 1-1. 8-0 is the score. Hastings High out on top. Waverly now leading Gehring 4-2. They're in the third inning. There's a ball hit out toward left center field. It's going to be at the bottom of the fence. A run is going to come in to score. Thompson on her way to second base, and that's going to be a double that produces another run. And Hastings blowing this baby open now. It's a 9-0 ball game. Hastings High has got the lead. And now head coach for York going to make her way to the circle here for the Dukes. Again, Kinley Westwood has thrown a majority of the innings here for York this season, so I don't expect any type of a pitching change here. In fact, what we tell you, she had thrown 158 2/3 innings. The rest of the staff for York has thrown 3 1/3 on the season, so a little courtesy call here by the coaching staff for York. Tigers have scored 5 runs in the second inning, 1 in the third, 3 more here in the fourth. There's only one out here in the fourth inning. Hastings High with a base runner down there at second base. Emily Kratzer is coming to the plate next. She is the third baseman. Pitch to her is going to be in there for a strike in the inside corner. Kratzer struck out in the second. Had a double score to run in the third inning of play. Kratzer started the day with a batting average of .277. Kinley Westwood in the circle here for York. Next pitch is going to be hit to left center field. That's going to get down. It bounces off of the fence. The runner is going to come in to score. Kratzer is on her way to second base. She gets a one-run double here. Bats have come alive, and that's going to be the ball game there. It's going to be a 10-run rule as Hastings High is going to win this game by the score of 10-0. So the Tigers in the shortened fashion here today, they beat York the final score of 10-0 as Hastings High improves to 21 wins and 8 losses on the season. The Dukes, they'll wrap up their year with a mark of 19-13. Hastings High will play in the district championship game tomorrow morning at 10 against either Waverly or Gering. As we look behind us, that game is now in the third inning, and Waverly has got the lead over Gering. The score is 4-2. We'll come back and check the final totals after this. Again, your final score, Hastings 10, York nothing. You're listening to high school softball today on Extreme Sports.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, enjoy the journey of all this. I'm trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
All right, back here at the Smoot Complex, Hastings High in a shortened fashion here today. We go 4 innings, and the Tigers knock off York by the score of 10-0. Hastings with 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They leave 4. York goes no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 4. Kinley Westwood, the losing pitcher for York. Winning pitcher for Hastings was Brooke Oshner. Hastings scoring 5 runs in the second inning, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to put this ball game away 10-0. The Tigers improved to 21 wins, 8 losses on the season. Hastings High will play in the district championship ball game tomorrow against either Gering or Waverly. That game is going on right now. They are in the 3rd inning of play, and Waverly has got the lead over Gering. The score is 7-2. So again, Waverly, the number 2 seed, they've got a 7-2 lead over Gering in the other semifinal game here in B6. So we'll set the stage for you tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day here at the Smith Complex. We'll have the Hastings High District Championship game for you tomorrow morning beginning at 10 on Extreme Sports 1. We'll have the St. Cecilia District Championship series against Shadron tomorrow beginning at noon on Extreme Sports 2. Then we've got high school football tomorrow night with Sandy Creek taking on Exeter Milligan Friend. That game will go at 6:45 tomorrow night on Extreme Sports 1. And on Extreme Sports 2, we'll have Hastings College Volleyball as the Broncos take on the Dordt Defenders. That one gets underway at 7:15. So a big day sports-wise on Extreme Sports on our network of stations with Extreme Sports 1 and Extreme Sports 2 with volleyball. We've got high school football and, of course, softball all coming your way tomorrow. But Hastings High makes it easy today as they knock off a York final score of 10-0. Up on the Smith Complex for Extreme Sports, I'm Mike Will, wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.
On your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com